Welcome to Time with Mirabel, designed for people of all ages and domains. The show is tailored to inform, educate, support, and inspire young people through its caliber of guests and uprising stars when they share their experiences, challenges, and success stories. Time with Mirabel, moving forward.
It's another edition of Time with Mirabel, and I am your host, the Reverend Mrs. Abongta Mirabel Sirungwa. In this edition of the show, we have lots and lots in store for you. First, we shall meet our main guest in my kitchen, where we do the happy juice. And we shall also meet a young girl who was sexually abused by her own very brother. And I love Africa, as seen from my bracelet made of black wood and my earrings handmade in Cameroon. When we come back, we shall meet our guest in my kitchen. The kitchen, they say, is the most important part of the home, and the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Reason why I introduce to you my guest right from here, the kitchen. You're welcome to the show, Mr. Venantius Stephon.
Thank you.
You asked us to do the orange juice for you. Yeah. So now, come join me as we do it. Before we take leave of here, remember that a kitchen without a juicer is not alive. You're welcome to Time with Mirabel.
Thank you very much.
Now, would like to know more about you. Who is Mr. Venantius Stephon?
Actually, Mr. Venantius Stephon is a marketing professional who studied in Britain for 5 years and worked there for about 5 years. And is currently the regional fundraising and communication advisor for SOS Student Villages International, covering 18 countries in West and Central Africa.
Is it possible for you to tell us how old you are? Could we start from there?
Yeah, I'm a 37-year-old Cameroonian.
Cameroonian?
Yeah.
You hail from?
I'm actually Mancon/Bafut.
That's nice.
Yeah, from Northwest region.
Okay, it makes the both of us.
Definitely.
Okay.
When I went to University of Chang in 1998, I spent 1 year at the university, and I thought the Cameroonian university system doesn't really fit the kind of person I want to be in the future. And that's why I decided to take the leap and go abroad. And I did 3 years undergraduate, 1 year master's, and 1 year chartered marketing. And I'm a marketer true and true. And to be honest with you, this is the reason why I think Cameroonians should get out of the shell and understand that if they work hard, they can be whoever they want to be.
Okay. Now let's go back to you're going abroad to the UK, spending some 5 years, about 5 years, and coming
10
back.
years, actually.
10 years
Yeah.
in the UK
Yeah.
at 36, and you decided to come back. What happened?
Well, I thought that I'd lived enough in the United Kingdom, and I thought that my country needed me most. And I also thought I could actually use my skills better in Cameroon. I realized that Cameroon was growing, and they needed professional marketers. Most Cameroonians in Cameroon call themselves marketers, are actually salespeople.
Okay.
So I thought about the fact that I could contribute with the wealth of education I've got abroad to push my country forward, and that's why I came back. It wasn't easy though, but I am happy that I came back.
And when you came back, you just, like, the people picked you out, you just got into the job market. Did you find it difficult getting yourself into the job market?
Actually, getting a job in Cameroon is one of the most difficult things, and I must say, because Cameroonians like what we call connections. The white man calls it networking, and I believe in networking. One of the things that I did was I used to take a taxi for the whole day, and I would drop my CVs in most companies in Douala. I used to go from company to company and saying that, and lying actually, that I have an appointment with the general manager. And to be honest with you, it paid out because I had...
Wait a bit, did you just say you were lying?
Yeah.
Okay, because...
Yeah, I lied to say I have an appointment, and you know I had a British accent then. My accent is a bit gone.
Okay.
So I was just like, no, I met him in London, and I want to see him.
Why did you do that?
Because the point of contact.
Okay,
It's
connection,
important.
you said,
yeah.
connection.
You know, most of the times, students drop their CVs at the gate. and you have a security guy who doesn't know the importance of that CV, it usually doesn't go to the right quarters. I wanted to be able to meet a general manager and tell him what I would do for his company, and that paid out. I went to British Gas and they offered me a job. I went to Zenith Insurance and they offered me a job. So I had now 2 big jobs I had to choose from. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it worked out. It is very important to have a job search strategy.
Now tell us a bit about you being the CEO and founder of Careers for Life. Career for Life or Careers?
Careers and Jobs for You.
Okay, Careers and Jobs for you.
Yeah. Careers and Jobs for You is service born out of passion.
Okay.
When I came back, I saw the difficulties I faced when getting a job. And I said I have to do something about it because Cameroonians don't really know where to look for jobs. First thing, Cameroonians don't also know how to study at university. And even if they do, they don't know how to capitalize on the skills they gain from the studies to sell themselves in the society. And that's why I come in. I take a Cameroonian who is a bit confused from high school or from university, and I push them toward the direction where they will be living their passion and making money out of it. And how do I do that? I identify your key skills and help you to be able to sell them in companies that needs them. I also help, most Cameroonians don't know how to draft CVs and motivation letters. That is a fact. I recruit in my office, and the kind of CVs I see, I feel like crying. So I help Cameroonians to build good CVs for themselves, build good motivational letters. I also help them to, I also prep them for interviews, because most Cameroonians, if you were to ask them to tell you what they can do, they will always start by saying, I have a master's degree in this. And that a degree doesn't give you skills. Your skills are developed by yourself. And if you don't know them, you'll not be able to sell yourself. And that's how I help to sell people.
Okay. Now I see this, I see Careers and Jobs for You on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now I want to know how many Cameroonians get to you. It's online. Yeah. Do you have an office or it's just online?
It's an online, it's a web-based company.
Okay.
I have 2,000 likes on my page already. That means a lot of Cameroonians are watching it.
Okay.
Or are going on my page. I also have a lot of Cameroonians contacted me to work on the CV, contacted me to help them with interviews.
Online?
Online. I have a lot of them who've picked up jobs with the UN, pick up jobs with GIZ, pick up jobs with MTN, and these things makes me happy. I think I'm contributing more to the Cameroonian society than even the government offices like National Employment Fund, because you have an office who does not really have key or competent people, but I come with the skills to be able to guide, and Cameroonians need that guidance, and they are not having it. And I'm very happy that I'm doing that.
Okay. And they pay you?
Yeah, for the CVs, of course, I'm paid.
Okay.
For the other coaching, it's free, because
it's free.
I'm a young man who's kind of like, I don't know, a bit successful, if I can say that.
Okay,
and I
that's
think
fine.
giving back to the society, God blesses me in return. So I do most of those things for free, but if I was to take my time and work on your CV or your motivation letter, then I would have to be paid for that, unfortunately.
Okay. Now, you did mention that you work in 18 African countries.
Yeah.
African countries in Central and West Africa.
Yeah.
If you put this together with Careers and Jobs for You, how do you do that?
I wake up every day at 5 a.m. How many Cameroonians wake up at 5 a.m.? At times 4 a.m. To live my passion, to make sure I earn my salary. How many Cameroonians go to work on time, for example? So that is this is how I've organized my life to be able to achieve the goals and the aims I have. And it's very simple. You have to plan and execute. Most Cameroonians just do. They don't plan, they don't execute. Based on our economy and the country, everybody wants to be an ENS, or everyone wants to be a journalist, everyone wants to be in the army because of the society. Yes, the government is the biggest employer of the country. This has given us the culture of laziness. People wake up at 10 a.m. to go to work. People drink beer as from 5 a.m. So these are the things that people need to understand, that if you use your time well, you can do anything. Every month I'm out of the country. That means I'm from one country to the other. But I still have time to respond to a mail from a kid from the University of Yaoundé who is a bit confused because she is doing sociology and anthropology, and she does not know how that relates to the Cameroonian economy. So it's very important. It's all about planning.
Now, I can't stop wondering how you could just decide to come back. So I want to take you back to that. Like, what did they tell you? Perhaps your parents, I know you, I know where you come from. Did they accept you come back to Cameroon? Did your friends just see it normal?
Actually, it's amazing because 5 of us in our family studied in the UK.
Okay.
My other brother came back, and when he came back, he had a good job. I came to visit Cameroon, I saw the kind of houses built, and I was asking myself what I'm doing in the UK. I said, people can build houses like this in Cameroon, there needs a place to come. Then he said, just come. If you don't like it, you go back. So I came and I stayed for 3 months, and I liked it. And when I saw how my CV was actually hot cake, people really wanted me to work for them. I said, what am I doing in the one man's land? Let me come and contribute the little I can contribute to build the nation. And we have to be nation builders. That's why I came back.
And you're convinced you're doing that?
I'm very convinced at my own level that I am building Cameroon than even most of the ministers are.
Wow. So is this a message you would want to give to those who are out there? Perhaps they're afraid to come back, to invest in Cameroon or something?
Yes, I want to tell them this. The Cameroon government are putting mechanisms in place for diaspora to invest. There are a lot of multinationals in Cameroon that need key skills. We have accountants. With the Long Panga and the Mbele, we need engineers. They have mines that are being opened on a daily basis. Companies are coming in. We had Nextel that just came in. These companies all need people. And it's rather unfortunate, but companies prioritize people like us who've studied abroad than locals. That's the reality. Because they know we've gone through a very rigorous training that is more practice than theory. Okay. Unlike the university system, that is more theory than practice.
Now you're getting me all confused. You're trying to tell me that those who have studied out there are more qualified than those who have studied in Cameroon.
I'm saying that those who have studied out there have key skills more than those who have studied in Cameroon.
So you're asking the educational authorities in Cameroon to go back to work?
Yeah, the president said it on the 11th of February, that he acknowledges that our educational system has a problem. And you know, in English they say, a problem identified is half solved. So I'm very sure he will make sure that that is solved.
Okay. You seem to be into a lot of things. What else don't we know about you?
Well, actually, I love music, and I like to sing. I'm in a choir as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in a choir?
Yeah.
What choir is that, please?
I'm at St. Michael's Choir in Simbok Parish. Anglican Parish at Simbok, yeah.
The Roman Catholic Church.
Catholic
Church.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you spend, do we call it spare time, or that's part of your time? Is there some time, you have some time for yourself? You seem to be too busy and too serious.
I think the time I spend in church is the best time, because I wouldn't be who I am today if God was not in my life. Okay. So we all need to acknowledge that we need to create that space that we give to God. Okay. There is nothing like a me time. God wants our time, and we need to give it to Him.
There is nothing like a me time.
No.
Oh, I love that phrase. Yeah. Nothing like a me time.
Nothing like a me time.
Okay.
If God wants you gone today, you're gone. Okay.
So you should give your spare time, your me time to God. What advice do you have on career, how people can build their career orientation?
I will say this simply. If you are not living your passion, then don't do it. Okay. Don't do a course because your dad said you should do it. Do a course because you are convinced that you have key skills in you that will help you to reach the peak in that career. And you need to identify who you are. If you are good in arts, you need to know where your arts can take you to. If you're good in sciences, you need to know where your sciences can take you to. And it's not late, even if you did a bad degree. You can always reorientate at master's level. Okay. And you can always contact me, and I'm here to support you through the career process.
Okay. So we can contact you on career jobs for you on Facebook.
You can go on career and jobs for you on Facebook. It's a figure. For you on Facebook. You can also search me on Facebook, Venatius Tifon on Facebook, and I'm available 24/7.
Okay, so you seem to be a fulfilled young man.
Yeah.
You're fulfilled.
I am fulfilled. Happily married, a son and a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's nothing more you want for yourself. Perhaps you want to go back to school. You have a master's. Perhaps you want to go back to do some more chartered marketing, or do you think it's okay?
No, it's in careers, you always need to do what we call continuous professional development. Okay. In the past 4 years I've been in Cameroon, I have done trainings in Casablanca, Johannesburg, in Abidjan, in Lagos. So it means I understand the need to always be at the top. And you cannot just say, oh, I have a degree now, a master's degree, I just want to work. And that's what happens to most Cameroonians. They get stuck in the rut, as I call it. They just have a job. They're happy that they have a job. Try to threaten a Cameroonian that is losing a job and see what they will do. They can even kill you. But if you threaten me that I'll lose my job, I'll be happy because I know I'll be able to double my salary in my next job. So Cameroonians should have that kind of mentality, you know, and that kind of confidence. And it only comes with good education and good continuous professional development.
We'd like to thank you for coming on the show. And it was a very cool time I spent with you, I must say. Now you will not go without leaving your signature here with us on our African pumpkin. Could you please sign, sir? Okay, thank you very much. And we would like to remind our viewers that this African pumpkin will go to a lucky winner of our online quiz at the end of the season. And before you go, we have a gift for you. You don't visit someone in Africa and go back empty-handed. So we had this for you on the show.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It was good having you.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
And when we come back, we shall meet the girl, the young girl who was sexually abused by her own fairy brother. With me is the 18-year-old girl who was sexually abused by her own fairy brother. She has decided to be anonymous, so today we have decided to call her Glory. Welcome to the program, Glory.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank you for coming to talk to us on Time with Mirabel. Now we'd like you to feel very comfortable and tell us exactly at what age did you come to Yaoundé?
I was 6 years when I came here.
And who brought you?
My brother.
Your brother brought you to Yaoundé when you were 6 years old?
Yes.
So what happened? You stayed with him until what time? What happened?
He came and took me from the village when I was 6 years and he bring me here to come and go to school. I came here, I went to class 3 to class 5 and then I went and completed class 6 in the village. He told me again to come back here and continue my studies. When I came here, he refused to
send you to school.
To send me to school. So I stayed with him for 4 years again. After he said that I should go and learn a trade, which he was not even doing anything that...
What kind of trade did he ask you to learn?
It was tailoring.
Tailoring. He asked you to learn tailoring.
Yes.
So did you learn it?
I was going to the work, but he
was not paying.
Yes, he was not doing anything. So the woman
drove you.
Yes.
You stopped the work.
I stopped the work.
And you were staying in the house.
Yes, I was staying in the house.
So what happened? What happened that finally, now you were at what age at this time? So you were 6 and now you are about 10.
I was
already 10?
I was 13 by that time.
You were already 13 years old. So what happened that he sexually abused you? What happened? How did it happen? Is he married, please, before we get there? Is he married? And yes, he has children?
He was having 2 children
at that time. And you say he's your brother. Is he your brother from the same mother, from the same father?
My stepbrother.
Okay, your stepbrother. So you have the same father, but not the same mother. And your parents gave you to him willingly. He did not force them to bring you here. Did he force them, or they accepted that they bring you here?
He's the one that said that he wanted to help now. To help and so that we have a better future. Like that.
Okay. So now when you came, what happened? At 13 years, what happened that he finally slept with you? Feel comfortable because your story is going to help Africa. Your story is going to help many other young Cameroonians who find themselves in this kind of situation. So feel very comfortable telling us your story.
All right. She said that when the wife was living with us and then the wife was pregnant and the wife traveled to Bamenda to give birth. So that is why I started saying that I don't have to be sleeping with my dresses because if I sleep with my dresses, I will not be growing healthy and I will not be looking when
beautiful.
I was fresh or something like that. So he asked me, every time he was asking me to come and be sleeping on his bed.
to sleep on his bed and you sleep naked. You sleep, you don't have to wear your dresses so that you will grow.
Because if I refuse, he'll beat me up, and I never want him to be beating me up, because when he beat me up, he just allow me to sleep outside of the gate till the next morning.
So when he asked you to come sleep with him in his room and you did not want to do that, he will beat you up and drive you out of the house. You sleep out of the house.
Yes.
Okay, so can you continue? What happened now?
So now, one day, I don't know whether he went and drunk or
He drank and got drunk or something?
something like that. That is when he came and slept with me.
He forced you, he raped you.
He forced me to.
Okay, did it continue? He
Yes.
came back in the night, he forced you, the wife had gone to give birth in Bamenda, then he came and forced you and slept with you. And did it end on that day?
No, till the day I ran away from his house.
He continued, even when the wife came back. The
Yes.
wife put to bed in Bamenda and came back with the baby. And he continued to do it until the day you ran.
Yes.
Now, when I was discussing with you, you said once you ran out of that house and the wife brought you back, you actually went to the park. You got a ticket to go back to Bamenda and they looked for you and came to the bus stop and took you out of the bus. Is that what happened?
Yes, it's what happened.
Okay.
Like, I took his money, I wanted to run away, and then he catched me.
He caught you again and brought you back
Yes.
to the house. But it was the wife that caught you without knowing. Did the wife know that you were sleeping, that the man was sleeping with you?
No.
Okay, so she came and took you and brought you back into the house.
Yeah, because you don't know anything. That's why she did that.
Okay, did you ever tell anybody?
No.
Why did you not tell somebody?
Like, it's a shameful thing to be telling to somebody now. Like your own brother, so I never thought of telling anybody.
Even your own family members, you did not tell anybody. You just kept it to yourself. And today, do you still see him? It's like, how old are you now? You're 18 years old. So it's like 5 years on. Is he still in Yaoundé?
I don't know about him. Oh.
You don't know about him, but he's your brother, and at least you know that he's alive.
I know that he lives here, but I don't know exactly the place where he lives.
Okay, now let me find out from you. How did this affect you? All this experience, how did it affect you?
I feel so bad that at least it's not someone else that did that to me, but my own brother. So that's why I never wanted to tell anybody.
Okay, but today do you feel happy that you're telling the story and that someone somewhere can know that something that bad happens and then they can help another girl?
I'm saying it also to help the children who are also in the kind of situation where I was before. So I'm also doing that for them.
Okay, that's fine. So now what is it you want to do? Now you didn't learn the trade. What is it you want to do with your life now?
If I have the opportunity, I would like to go back to work and continue.
You continue, and so if someone gives you the opportunity, you're actually going to go back, you learn a trade, then perhaps someone can also give you the opportunity to open a shop for you, why not? And you're going to learn tailoring still, or you want to change that? You will learn the same thing that you started learning when you stayed with your brother. Okay, that's fine. So now, are you ever going to be able to forgive your brother?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you think that you're comfortable, but somehow you should be able one day, somehow, to find a place in your heart to be able to forgive him. Did he even tell you that he was sorry or something? When you left, have you met him before? Have you met him again after you left?
No.
You've never met him for 5 years now. You've never met him.
Yes, I've not met him.
Wow, we'd like to thank you very much for coming to share your story with us, because we know that your story is going to help someone out there. And now you have heard Glory's story. If you want to help, then you can contact the Petals of Love Foundation, that arm that handles humanitarian issues on this show. Who knows, you might just have put a smile on this little girl's face. And here is our quote for the day by John Wooden. Don't measure yourself by what you have accomplished, but by what you should have accomplished with your ability. That's all we had time for today on the show. If you want to be a guest on the show or make a donation to a needy person, please do call the number that are now on your screen or follow me on Twitter at Mirabel Sire. I would like to thank all my crew and also give a shout out to you, my fans. Thank you.